Imagine a moment when a simple act of writing on dirt could transform a charged atmosphere and challenge even the most self-assured hearts. In John 8:6-8, we witness such a scene. A woman caught in adultery is brought before Jesus by scribes and Pharisees who intend not to seek justice but to trap him. In response, instead of offering an immediate verbal answer, Jesus bends down and writes in the dirt. What was he writing? Could it have been a list of the accuser's hidden sins, a reference to the eternal law, or an expression of something even more profound? This puzzling act invites us to reflect on our own judgments and weaknesses while leaving us with an enduring mystery. Today, we'll explore this enigmatic moment in clear and relatable language, uncovering various perspectives that shed light on a silence that speaks louder than words. Jesus went unto the Mount of Olives, and early in the morning he came again into the temple, and all the people came unto him, and he sat down and taught them. And the scribes and Pharisees brought unto him a woman taken in adultery, and when they had set her in the midst, they say unto him, Master, this woman was taken in adultery in the very act. Now Moses in the law commanded us that such should be stoned. But what sayest thou? This they said, tempting him, that they might have to accuse him. But Jesus stooped down, and with his finger wrote on the ground, as though he heard them not. So when they continued asking him, he lifted up himself, and said unto them, He that is without sin among you, let him first cast a stone at her. And again he stooped down, and wrote on the ground. And they which heard it, being convicted by their own conscience, went out one by one, beginning at the eldest, even unto the last. And Jesus was left alone, and the woman standing in the midst. When Jesus had lifted up himself, and saw none but the woman, he said unto her, Woman, where are those thine accusers? Hath no man condemned thee? She said, No man, Lord. And Jesus said unto her, Neither do I condemn thee. Go and sin no more. Now let's delve deeper into the unfolding drama in John chapter 8. Picture the temple courts where Jesus is teaching. Suddenly scribes and Pharisees appear with a woman caught in adultery. Their motive is not to deliver true justice, but to corner Jesus into a dilemma. They remind him of the ancient law demanding stoning, firmly setting a trap. If he condemns her, he appears unmerciful. If he defends her, he seemingly defies the law. Amid this tension, Jesus chooses an unexpected course. He bends down and writes in the dirt. His quiet, deliberate act leaves the crowd and his accusers in silent suspense, for the gospel tells us nothing about the content of his writing. One popular theory is that Jesus was inscribing the accuser's sins. Imagine each mark representing hidden wrongs, hypocrisy, deceit, pride, that even the most devout would find difficult to admit. Imagine how embarrassing and revealing it would have been for these men of such high standing and moral repute to be exposed so publicly by a man they were trying to cast guilt upon. What a scandal that would create even now. As the older and seemingly wiser members of the crowd began to leave one by one, it seemed as if the weight of their unconfessed sins had become too heavy to bear. Once again a trap was played out for Jesus, and once again he's masterfully turned the tables on his blessed would-be accusers. This idea challenges us to consider that judgment often reflects our own imperfections more than the failings of others. Another interpretation suggests that Jesus was referencing the law itself. Perhaps he was writing passages or even the Ten Commandments, reminding his accusers who were claiming to be the standard bearers of the commandments, that he himself had written those very laws because he is God made flesh. And this connection echoes the imagery of Moses receiving the commandments written by the finger of God and points to an irony. Those who vehemently enforce the law may be breaking its true spirit through their hypocrisy. A third perspective views the act as symbolic or even prophetic. By writing on the dust, Jesus may have been evoking ancient traditions where earthly decrees fade like footprints in the sand, emphasizing that human judgments and condemnations are as transient as the marks on the ground. This poetic vision invites us to embrace mercy and recognize that forgiveness and transformation are far more enduring than any written word. Yet another theory sees the writing as a strategic distraction. In choosing silence over immediate verbal confrontation, Jesus created a reflective pause, a moment for everyone present to search within themselves. This pause forced the accusers and onlookers to confront the uncomfortable reality that none among them was truly free of sin, a truth that dismantled their trap before it could reach its intended end. By simply pausing in the moment, Jesus chose peace, and in doing so allowed his accusers to out themselves by their very own act of accusation against another. Another theory suggests that he simply wrote the word mercy. The Hebrew word for it would mean compassion, which is Raham or possibly El Rahum, which translates to compassionate God or God of mercy, either of which could fit the situation. As a reminder that God shows almost unending mercy to us every minute of every day we live. So if we are to please him, we must be merciful and not forget that we are all sinners, saved by grace. The power of Jesus' act lies not in revealing a secret code, but in sparking introspection and redirecting the focus from condemnation to compassion. In summary, the mystery of Jesus writing in the dirt challenges us to pause and reflect on our own imperfections and the nature of true justice. Whether he was exposing hidden sins, reminding us of the eternal law, or issuing a silent call for forgiveness and introspection, his act resonates with deep, transformative meaning. This timeless moment invites us to reject hasty judgment and embrace compassion. What do you think Jesus was writing? This revealing of those in higher positions could definitely be translated to current events as well. What do you think? Share your thoughts, and like, share, and subscribe to my channel to join us in exploring more timeless truths hidden in these ancient texts. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new content I put out. Thank you for watching, and as always, be blessed and be a blessing.